Hey, Rising Viber. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today we are continuing to learn all about the compatibility of the Aquarius. Today's video specifically will be about the compatibility of the Aquarius and Libra. This will include sexual and intimacy compatibility, trust, communication and intellect, emotions, values, and shared activities. We are going to get started with Aquarius and Libra sexual and intimacy compatibility. Aquarius can truly help Libra express their sexuality. The problems with Libra's sun bring too much concern for opinions of other people, so representatives of this sign go to extremes when it comes to the way they show their sexuality. They will either be afraid to be judged or seem too asexual or have a need to show it in spite of everyone's opinion, and this can be quite repulsive for their partner. When it comes to sexuality, Aquarius has an entirely different approach. They simply don't care about anyone's opinion. They live their life in a constant search for freedom from any taboos or restrictions, and this will help Libra forget about other people, at least for some time. Although their sex life can be quite liberating for Libra, it can also be quite challenging for Aquarius because they will be the one who has to fight against Libra's need to fit in. However, as two air signs, they will both tend to be free to express their sexual desires to each other. They will like to experiment, learn about each other and their own inner desires, and communicate with ease. Their sexual relations should be a strong pillar of their entire relationship, although they will usually think of their verbal ways to get along as the most important part of their bond. Ooh, looking good so far. Trust. Because of their righteous natures, they could trust each other without without exception, if they were only that sure of themselves. Their insecurities coincide very well, and they will usually help one another move through them. But their trust between them needs to be built, it is not implied. Both of these signs like to be attractive to the different people they are around, and they should find a way to communicate this need in the right way. The problem can arise when when Libra starts to get attached and becomes emotionally dependent on their partner. This is not something Aquarius will easily deal with, and it could damage the trust of both partners in each other and their entire relationship. Communication and intellect. Libra and Aquarius both have certain images to maintain. Libra wants to look nice and act nice for others, while Aquarius wants to go in the opposite direction of everyone, sometimes even if there is no reason to do so. They are both stiff in their convictions and won't easily change their mind once they are set on it. Aquarius won't have such a good time waiting for Libra to make any decision in their life, no more than Libra will enjoy the spontaneous, unpredictable nature of Aquarius. Since they both rely on communication, they will have a lot to talk about and will usually find a language to solve all of their issues. Still, it won't be easy for them to reconcile some of their differences in their approach to things. Libra is indecisive, but once they make a decision, they will rather stick to it than salvage the relationship, even if it is a simple meal in question. Aquarius will have a tendency to walk away as soon as they feel pressured into anything, even if it is the same meal. So basically, they could have an enormous problem about lunch if we talk about extremes. Still, they usually understand each other well on usual daily things and have similar convictions that will help them handle big changes in life well. In time, as they get to know each other, their personalities will get along better and they could realize that they respect each other to the point that is unreachable with anybody else. Emotions. Libra is the sign ruled by Venus, and this makes them emotional in a way, but we should remember that it is also a sign of Saturn's exaltation, and detachment is something that makes them feel very good. This is something they will get in a relationship with Aquarius, and it could help them both build a very strong emotional bond. They have strangely different goals in life, but if they harmonize them, their emotional bond should be very strong and develop much faster than we would anticipate. The biggest obstacle that could present in their way to marriage, the biggest obstacle that could present in their way is marriage at some point in their relationship. Libra is a sign that represents marriage and finds it very meaningful as the institution Saturn would support. Aquarius might think of it as obsolete, even run from it, and they will probably enter it only for practical reasons. It is important not to make pressure to any of their partners when this point in their relationship arises, or they might both feel repulsed and angry, leading to unnecessary conflicts and even the end of their relationship. Values. As much as Libra will value togetherness, Aquarius will value solitude. This could represent a big problem in their relationship, and Libra partner could seem clingy and not at all independent, while Aquarius might seem like an uncontrollable lunatic who would do anything to destroy all relationships in the world. Still, they both value communication and intellectual strengths enough to talk about their needs and desires, and this should help them overcome their differences. Shared activities. Aquarius will want to do anything, really, for as long as their life doesn't fall into a boring routine. Libra will have trouble deciding what they want to do, and this could drive their partner crazy. If something can launch Aquarius into the orbit, it's like a lack of spontaneity, and Libra can sometimes be the opposite of spontaneous. These partners could end up in a relationship in which only Aquarius pulls the strings and Libra follows. This wouldn't really be a good solution for any of the partners, and Aquarius will have to learn to show some patience in order for respect to remain between them. So in summary, there's a strong understanding between a Libra and an Aquarius partner due to their shared element of air. Still, it can be quite difficult for their troubled suns to get along, and they will often have difficulty adjusting to each other's character and finding deep respect for one another. The best cure for any problem in their relationship is usually just time. But with Aquarius's need for spontaneity, they often won't last long enough for time to mend what gets broken. Whatever their story, they will have a lot of exciting things to live through together, and if they fall in love, it would be a shame for a couple such as this one not to give their relationship a try, however it might end. Oh, y'all, this is one of the better little compatibilities I've come across so far. So if it sounds like you or someone you know, I actually only know one Libra, I believe, that I know anything about or have any kind of relationship with. So I couldn't really tell you if this resonates with that. Kind of sounds like the Aquariuses I know. Let me tell you. But anyways, if it resonates with you at all, hit that like button, hit the comment section. Let me know about it. Any love is appreciated. Have a good one, y'all.